Did you know that most of the damage that occurs to homes during hurricanes and tornadoes is actually caused from flying debris? Well, today we're at the APA Engineered Wood Association in Tacoma, Washington, where we're testing for natural disasters.
Hurricane-force winds can hurl a 2x4 with the force of a deadly missile, while the seismic energy of an earthquake can literally shear the nails from a wall. And the sheer weight of snow on a roof can cause a ski lodge beam to snap like a toothpick. Technicians at the APA Engineered Wood Association are researching ways to make engineered wood products more resistant to natural disasters.
Well, Ed, this is a cannon that actually shoots 2x4s. Tell me a little bit about this test and why you do it.
Well, this test simulates construction debris flying around in a hurricane or a tornado.
So the idea is that you're going to shoot a 2x4 out of this cannon into a building panel.
That's correct. Now that panel could be a wall or it could be a temporary shutter that somebody has placed over their windows to protect them from the debris.
How fast is this 2x4 moving out of here?
Well, we shoot a 9-pound 2x4 at 35 miles an hour.
The data obtained from this test will be passed on to the manufacturers of wood panels so that they can make improvements if necessary.
Well, Ed, that was an amazing test. So what do you hope to learn from a test like this?
Well, first you have to find out if it passed or failed. We do that with this 3-inch diameter disc. Go ahead and see if you can pass it through the hole.
Nope.
Well, then it's a pass test. If you can get it through the hole, then it's a failed test. We don't mind small holes in a storm because they just let in a little moisture. What we want to avoid is pressurizing the house, causing the whole house to explode. That's done with large openings.
Looks like a pretty tough product.
This may look like something out of a haunted house, but this machine is actually recreating the effects of an earthquake on a wood-paneled wall.
Ed, you guys test all types of building materials here for earthquake resistance. Today we're looking at oriented strand board panels, or OSB.
That's correct. Behind me you see 2 oriented strand board panels. They're attached to a wooden framing system, just like the wall of a conventional home.
And then what you're going to do is take this hydraulic machine here and actually put this to the test just like an earthquake would be on a normal home.
That's correct. We have an actuator up there that actually rocks the panels back and forth, rocks the wall back and forth, simulates an earthquake type loading.
And then what will we see happen to these panels?
Well, you'll see the panels move around a bit and then you'll see them start to fail. The purpose of the test is to actually fail the panels so we can find out exactly what kind of a capacity they have.
Now you just don't throw nails anywhere in these panels. Actually, when somebody puts these up, they should have a specific nailing pattern, right?
That's correct. The engineer will specify a nailing pattern. In this case, we're testing 4 inches on center.
When Ed said we were going to be testing this wall 4 inches off center, he wasn't kidding. It doesn't take long before the nails literally start coming loose.
This was an incredible test, Ed. The actual nails here are actually being pulled out of the wall. This nail here and this one here as well was totally sheared off. So it looks like the panels did really well, but the nails didn't.
Well, this is pretty typical of this kind of test, Steve. It's always a fastener issue. The panels are never the problem.
So what is the point of testing these walls to failure?
Well, as an engineer, we need to know what the capacity of the wall is so that when we design a house, there'll be enough reserve capacity to withstand earthquakes and hurricanes.
Well, I noticed that this panel system here was moving back and forth 5 or 6 inches. Now, that's many times more than what you'd experience in a typical earthquake, right?
That's correct. We wouldn't expect a structure to move more than, say, 1/2 inch, a single-story structure, to move 1/2 inch in an earthquake.
Well, I'll tell you what, I really feel a lot better about these panels now, knowing that they can pass a test like this.
But there aren't many products made of wood that can pass a test like this.
23,000.
It's hard to imagine that snow could possibly do this kind of damage to a wooden beam this large. But that's what this test is all about.
Well, this looks like the type of beam I might find in a ski lodge. Actually, it looks like several 2x6s glued together.
That's correct, Steve. It's a glued laminated beam.
Well, tell me a little bit about the test here.
Well, we're going to apply a load with this ram on top and actually bend the beam until it fails to simulate an excessive snow load, see how much it'll take.
This beam is 48 inches wide, 12 inches thick, and 60 feet in length. It will only take 10 minutes from the time the pressure is first applied until the beam breaks.
23,000.
Pretty tough test, Ed. Looks like this thing failed here at one of these knots.
That's correct, Steve.
So when we look at really what happened to the wood in this beam, we can see kind of a lot of things going on here. We see that it actually pulled apart here, I guess, because the beam wants to pull apart at the bottom, and it's kind of crushed together here at the top. I noticed that you know, it broke in a lot of different places, but actually did pretty well at these finger joints.
That's correct, Steve. These finger joints are it's a method by which we take short pieces and glue them together. They make a very, very strong joint.
Yeah, obviously you couldn't get lumber this long, so you got to join it together somewhere, and I'm pretty impressed with how these did.
Well, this beam tested out to about 23,000 pounds. The same beam would have about a 6,000 pound design load on it. So you can see there's considerable strength there for your occasional catastrophe.
Yeah, many times over its rated capacity.
Very, very many times over, yes.
And that's the purpose of these tests, so that the engineers at the APA can help manufacturers of engineered wood design stronger, safer, and more durable products for your new house.